There is a warmth around you right now that you may not have fully noticed yet. There is a gentle energy surrounding your presence. It feels soft, steady, and comforting. It carries a sense of admiration, affection, and emotional closeness that is much stronger than it first appears. You may have dismissed it as coincidence. You may have convinced yourself that your thoughts were simply wandering, or that your heart was creating something that was not really there. Perhaps you have even told yourself that experiences like this happen to other people, but not to you. Yet what you have been sensing deserves your attention. The feelings you have quietly picked up are not coming from imagination alone. They are not the result of wishful thinking or false hope. There is something genuine beneath them. Someone younger than you has developed feelings that run much deeper than you realize. This is not a passing attraction. It is not a brief moment of curiosity that disappears after a few days. What they feel has settled into their heart and become part of their daily life. You cross their mind when they wake up in the morning. You remain in their thoughts during the busy hours of the day. Even when work, responsibilities, or distractions demand their attention, something about you continues to stay with them. When the day finally comes to an end and they have a quiet moment to themselves, their thoughts often return to you once again. You have become a steady presence in their mind. At the same time, you remain a mystery they are still trying to understand. Part of you may be wondering whether this message could truly apply to your life. You may have looked at yourself and questioned what a younger person could possibly see in you. You may have worried that your brightest years have already passed. You may have carried doubts that came from old disappointments, heartbreaks, or experiences that left emotional scars. Those doubts have a way of becoming familiar. Over time, they can begin to sound like truth, but they are not the truth. They are simply stories created by pain. The truth is that your presence affects people more than you realize. You spend every day inside your own thoughts, so it can be difficult to see yourself the way others see you. Other people notice things that you overlook. They notice your strength. They notice your patience. They notice the depth behind your eyes and the calm way you carry yourself. They notice how you listen carefully when others speak. They notice how you make people feel respected and understood. They notice the quiet wisdom that comes from surviving difficult experiences and choosing healing instead of bitterness. The younger person who has feelings for you notices all of these things as well. In fact, these qualities are some of the reasons they feel so strongly drawn toward you. Whenever they are around you, something changes inside them. Life often feels noisy, rushed, and overwhelming. There are pressures coming from every direction. There are expectations, uncertainties, and worries that seem impossible to escape. Yet when they are near you, that noise becomes quieter. They feel calmer. They feel more grounded. At the same time, they feel more alive. It is a combination of emotions they cannot easily explain. Part of them feels comforted by your presence. Another part feels inspired by it. They feel as though they have discovered something they did not even realize they were searching for. What started as simple interest slowly grew into admiration. That admiration slowly developed into affection. And now those feelings have become impossible for them to ignore. There is a good chance that you have already noticed small signs without fully understanding what they meant. Perhaps they hold eye contact a little longer than most people do. Perhaps their voice becomes softer whenever they speak to you. Perhaps they look for opportunities to start conversations or spend time around you. Maybe they offer help without being asked. Maybe they remember details about your life that you mentioned only once. These actions are not random. People naturally pay attention to what matters most to them. When someone consistently remembers the little things, it often reveals what their heart is focused on. This person pays attention because you matter to them. There is something about you that captures their attention in a way they cannot easily explain. And there is more to this connection than attraction alone. Sometimes people enter our lives for reasons that are not immediately obvious. Certain connections feel different from the beginning. They carry a sense of familiarity, comfort, and meaning that cannot be measured by logic alone. This younger person may have entered your life during a time when both of you needed to learn something important. Perhaps they arrived to remind you that your capacity to love has never disappeared. Perhaps they arrived to remind you that meaningful connections are still possible. Or perhaps they arrived to show you that life can still surprise you when you least expect it. Whatever the reason may be, their presence has meaning. Nothing about this connection feels accidental. There is a reason your attention keeps returning to it. There is a reason these thoughts continue appearing in your heart. There is a reason you feel curious whenever this person comes to mind. When they are around you, they experience a sense of peace that has become rare in their life. The modern world moves quickly. People are constantly distracted. Everyone seems to be rushing towards something. Yet you carry a different energy. You have learned through experience that not every situation requires an immediate reaction. You have learned patience. You have learned perspective. You have learned how to remain calm, even when life becomes difficult. That sense of steadiness is one of the things they admire most about you. Many younger people spend years searching for stability, confidence, and emotional security. When they encounter someone who naturally possesses those qualities, it leaves a lasting impression. To them, you represent something dependable. You represent strength without harshness. You represent wisdom without arrogance. You represent kindness without weakness. These qualities create a powerful attraction that goes far beyond physical appearance. You also make them feel valued. Whenever you listen to them, ask about their day, or show genuine interest in their experiences, it means more than you realize. What feels like a simple conversation to you may become the highlight of their entire day. What feels ordinary to you may feel deeply meaningful to them. Many people go through life feeling unseen. Many people long for someone who truly listens. When they receive that attention from you, it stays with them. That is why their feelings continue growing. The fact that they are younger than you does not automatically make this connection less meaningful. Age differences often bring different perspectives, experiences, and strengths into a relationship. Sometimes those differences create balance. One person brings fresh energy and excitement. The other brings wisdom, patience, and emotional depth. Together, those qualities can complement each other beautifully. What truly matters is mutual respect, understanding, and genuine care. Those are the foundations that allow any meaningful connection to grow. As time continues moving forward, you may notice more signs appearing. You may notice them becoming more open. You may notice their confidence increasing whenever they are around you. You may notice them searching for reasons to stay connected. Pay attention to those moments. There is often truth hidden within small actions. This person is not drawn only to your appearance. They are drawn to your spirit. They are drawn to your character. They are drawn to your stories, your experiences, and the unique way you view the world. They want to understand you. They want to learn from you. And more than anything, they want to feel closer to you. That is why their thoughts continue returning to you. That is why their feelings remain strong, even when they try to ignore them. Their heart keeps leading them back in your direction. You do not need to rush anything. You do not need to force answers. Simply remain open. Allow yourself to notice what is unfolding. Trust your instincts. Trust what you feel. Sometimes life brings unexpected connections into our path for reasons we cannot fully understand at first. And sometimes the most surprising connections become the ones that change us the most. But if you begin to change your energy and allow yourself to soften, they will feel that change. Your openness will reach them in ways words cannot. It will give them the courage they have been searching for. Sometimes people stay silent because they are afraid of being rejected. Sometimes they hold back because they do not know if their feelings are welcome. The moment they sense warmth from you, something inside them begins to relax. The walls they built start to lower. The fears that kept them frozen begin to lose their power. Real love is not only about attraction, it is the meeting of two souls that recognize something familiar in one another. It is a connection that feels deeper than explanation. It feels timeless, natural, and strangely comforting. When two souls connect in this way, many of the things people normally focus on become less important. Age becomes less important. Background becomes less important. Circumstances become less important. What remains is the connection itself. What remains is the feeling that something meaningful is happening between two people. The soul does not count years. The soul does not measure time the way the world does. The heart does not check dates before it opens. There is something timeless inside you that has always existed. No matter how many years have passed, there is a part of you that remains untouched by age. It is the part that still dreams. It is the part that still feels excitement. It is the part that responds to beauty, music, kindness, wonder, and love. That is the part this younger person has connected with. They may notice your appearance. They may admire your smile, your eyes, your presence, and the way you carry yourself. But what truly draws them toward you goes much deeper than physical attraction. It is your spirit. It is your energy. It is your soul. And the soul has no age. You are loved. You are wanted. You are desired. Those words may feel difficult to believe sometimes, especially if life has placed disappointments in your path. Yet the truth remains the same. There is someone younger who thinks about you more often than you realize. There is someone younger who smiles when your name enters their thoughts. There is someone younger whose heart begins to beat a little faster when they remember you. They wonder about you during quiet moments. They replay conversations. They think about things you said. They remember details that most people would forget. They imagine getting closer to you. They imagine spending more time with you. They quietly hope that the distance between you can become smaller. Love has not forgotten you. Love is still moving toward you. It is approaching through a younger person whose feelings are sincere. These feelings are not shallow. They are not casual. They are not based only on appearance or excitement. There is real emotion growing beneath the surface. There is genuine admiration. There is a desire to know you on a deeper level. This younger person also carries an energy that may feel refreshing to you. They bring enthusiasm. They bring hope. They bring a sense of possibility. Life can sometimes make people forget what excitement feels like. Responsibilities, disappointments, and challenges can slowly dim the light inside us. Then someone arrives who reminds us that joy still exists. Someone arrives who reminds us that new beginnings are possible. When you are around this person, something inside you begins to awaken. You may feel more hopeful. You may feel more energized. You may feel more connected to yourself. You may even notice parts of your personality that have been quiet for a long time, starting to come alive again. You bring something valuable to them as well. You offer wisdom. You offer stability. You offer depth. You offer understanding that can only come through experience. They bring freshness. They bring movement. They bring excitement. Together there is balance. Together there is something that benefits both of you. From a higher perspective, this connection makes sense. It is not about age. It is not about numbers. It is about timing. It is about two souls meeting when they are meant to meet. It is about lessons, growth, healing, and companionship arriving at the right moment. Many blessings never reach us because we secretly believe we do not deserve them. We tell ourselves stories about why good things cannot happen to us. We focus on limitations instead of possibilities. We focus on reasons to doubt instead of reasons to believe. The moment you begin recognizing your own worth, something starts changing. New opportunities begin appearing. New doors begin opening. This person has noticed things about you that others overlook. They pay attention to small details. They remember little facts. They notice changes in your mood. They listen when you speak. They value what you share. These are not signs of a passing attraction. These are signs of genuine interest. These are signs of someone who cares. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to acknowledge it. Allow yourself to believe that meaningful connections are still possible. Allow yourself to believe that love can arrive in unexpected ways and through unexpected people. This is not simply a fleeting attraction. It feels like something that is beginning to grow. That is why it is important to remain open, remain present. Do not pull away immediately because of fear. Do not overanalyze every interaction. Do not convince yourself that something beautiful must be impossible. Allow conversations to happen naturally. Allow the connection to breathe. Love needs room to grow. Love struggles when it is surrounded by fear, tension, and constant doubt. Trust your feelings. Trust your intuition. Your heart often understands things long before your mind does. Everything in life can serve a purpose. This unexpected bond may be working for your benefit in ways you cannot yet see. The full picture may not be visible right now. The future may still seem uncertain. But uncertainty does not mean something is wrong. Sometimes it simply means the story is still unfolding. This connection does not feel accidental. It feels like part of a larger design. It feels like a door that was once closed has quietly opened. It feels like a new chapter preparing to begin. You are beautiful. You are desirable. You are worthy of being loved. Time has not taken away your value. Time has added to it. Every experience has shaped you. Every challenge has strengthened you. Every lesson has added depth to who you are. This younger person sees qualities in you that you may overlook. They see beauty where you see flaws. They see strength where you see weakness. They see wisdom where you see ordinary experience. They see value where you sometimes struggle to see it yourself. Perhaps part of this connection exists to help you view yourself differently. Perhaps it is here to remind you of your worth. Perhaps it is here to encourage you to look at yourself with greater kindness. You deserve passion. You deserve affection. You deserve to feel wanted and appreciated. You deserve to experience connection. You deserve to receive the love that is being offered. You may be more ready than you realize, ready to let love come closer, ready to stop assuming happiness belongs only to other people, ready to accept an unexpected gift that life is placing before you. Carry this understanding with you today. The person who feels drawn to you is genuinely curious about your life. They want to know your story. They want to understand your experiences. They want to hear about your victories and your struggles. They want to know what shaped you into the person you are today. Your past does not scare them. Your history does not feel like baggage to them. Instead, it feels meaningful. Every chapter of your life helped create the person they admire. Every challenge you survived became part of your strength. This kind of attention is rare. Many people only look at the surface. This person wants depth. They want authenticity. They want something real. Allow yourself to share. Allow yourself to be heard. There is healing in being understood. There is healing in knowing that someone truly listens. Love pays attention. Love makes people feel seen. Love reminds us that our lives matter. Imagine being fully known, not the polished version of yourself, not the version that hides imperfections. The real version, the thoughtful version, the hopeful version, the version that still carries dreams. This younger person wants to know that person. This connection is reminding you of your value. Life can sometimes weaken our confidence through disappointment, criticism, and loss. Then someone enters our life and sees us clearly. Their admiration becomes a reminder of who we really are. Every look, every smile, every moment of appreciation becomes a gentle reminder of your worth. This is one of the greatest gifts love can offer. It reconnects us with ourselves. You are beautiful with every year you have lived. Your age does not reduce your beauty, it adds to it. The lines on your face tell the story of laughter, lessons, growth, and resilience. The changes in your body tell the story of endurance and survival. These things do not take away from your beauty. They add depth to it. They make your beauty richer and more meaningful. This younger person sees that clearly. Perhaps it is time for you to begin seeing it as well. You may sometimes worry that becoming involved with someone younger could create problems or imbalance. Those concerns come from a place of integrity. They show that you care. They show that you are thoughtful and responsible, but adults are capable of making their own decisions. This person has reflected on their feelings. They have thought carefully. They have chosen to care about you because they genuinely value you. Respect means trusting another adult to understand their own heart. If your intentions are honest, and if your actions are guided by care and respect, there is no wrongdoing in allowing a connection to exist. Your hesitation comes from concern, not selfishness. That concern is understood. Yet you remain free to choose your own path. You remain the author of your story. What happens next is entirely up to you. This message is simply meant to bring awareness to what may already exist. It is meant to remind you that love is still possible. It is meant to remind you that you are worthy of receiving it. And if you decide not to move forward, that choice is completely valid. Your path belongs to you. No one else can decide it for you. Thank you for staying present through this message. Thank you for allowing yourself to consider these possibilities. Thank you for remaining open to reflection. As a final affirmation, say the words, "I step into love." Allow those words to settle into your heart. Allow them to remind you that you are open to receiving good things, open to connection, open to joy, open to new experiences, open to the possibility that love may arrive in ways you never expected. You are ready to move beyond isolation. You are ready to welcome connection. You are ready to be brave enough to trust again. May blessings surround you. May clarity guide you. May your heart lead you toward what is meant for you. Remember that you are deeply loved and never forgotten. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward with hope. Walk forward knowing that you are never truly alone. Support, guidance, and love are always available to you. Move into the future with confidence. Embrace the opportunities before you. Welcome the connections that bring light into your life. Allow yourself to receive the happiness you deserve. Your season of love may be closer than you think. Remain open, remain hopeful, remain willing to believe that beautiful things can still happen. Sometimes the greatest blessings arrive when we least expect them, and sometimes they arrive through the people we never imagined would change our lives.